All right, so here at the end of our multi-step equations, we see that we have variables on the left and variables on the right. So what do we have to do to answer these questions? We have to put all the letters on the left, all the numbers on the right, and then we can do division if you have to. Sometimes when you do your variables to the left, the answer that you get that's left over is a 1. So if it's a 1x, obviously you don't have to divide by 1 because you'll just get that same number. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's move our 8x to the left by doing the opposite, which is subtract 8x. Okay, over here, I get 10x minus 8x is 2x. I'm going to bring that negative 7 down because I haven't used him yet. Here's my equation, my wall. If you want to draw your wall, draw your wall. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's not a requirement. And then you have 8x and take away 8x. That leaves me nothing left. And I bring my 9 down. So now I have 2x minus 7 is equal to 9. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to get my numbers to the right. So I'm going to take my 7. He's a negative 7. And I'm going to move him by doing the opposite, which is addition. So when I do that, I get 2x, bring that down, is equal to 9 plus 7, which is 16. So now you'll notice I'm down to a one-step equation again. It always boils down to a one-step equation where you have to do multiplication or division depending on what kind of problem you've got. So I have 2x. How do I undo that? Get that x by itself. I do the opposite, which is dividing 2. When I divide by 2, I get x over here, 1x. And again, if you want to put the 1, put the 1. If you don't want to put the 1, you don't have to. And 16 divided by 2 is 8. So my solution for this one is x is equal to 8. All right, this last one, we're going to move our negative 12x over here. And when I do that, I do the opposite, which is doing what? That's right. It's addition. Okay, so I'm going to add that to both sides. And that gives me 12 and a minus 3, a negative 3. That gives me 9x. I didn't use the 5 yet, so I'm bringing them down. Equation. If you want your equation, if you want to draw the wall, draw the wall. If you don't have to. And that gives me 0 because any number plus its opposite is 0. And then bring down negative 31. Here he comes. Now I have a two-step equation. So my two-step equation says take the constant, move it to the right. So I do that by doing the opposite, which in this case is going to be subtraction. And that's going to give me 9x over here is equal to a negative and a negative. They are the same sign, so you add and you keep the sign. So that's negative 36. And then I have one step left. My one step is division. That's right, I want to get that x by itself. So I'm going to divide both sides by 9. And when I do that, I get x is equal to 36 divided by 9 is 4. And I had a positive and a negative, so when you divide different signs, you get a negative for your answer. So it's negative 4. All right, so we've tackled 4 different types of multi-step equations. And I'm also going to show you how to do checking your answers for those. So be sure and watch that video. All right, thank you.